So Penguin and I are just sitting here listening to all the birds chirp this morning. Good morning. It is a leisurely Saturday morning. We are sitting here listening to birds and watching the birds. I've got the dog next to me. He's just sitting here chilling out, and I have my coffee that I'm sitting here drinking. So it's a little bit leisurely this morning. So I thought we would do a kind of casual weekend in the life. I've obviously not put my makeup on yet. I was supposed to go do a volunteer thing today, but we didn't get all of the materials and supplies that were ordered. They got caught up in the supply chain. They're off in the world somewhere, caught up in shipment. So we were having to postpone the volunteer day that we're doing today because one of the things we were going to do is rake down rubber mulch and put it around aircraft to protect them. And the mulch didn't arrive, so we can't do it without the mulch. So we postponed that, so I unexpectedly had a leisurely weekend. So I thought I would do a fun weekend in the life and just kind of take you. I don't think I've ever shown these on a video, but I love these pajama pants. I'm not normally in my pajamas when I film, but I am this morning. But they have leopard mini all over them. I got them from Shop Disney ages ago, but I don't think they're currently on there. Penguin is hilarious. The way that he sits over here in his chair, like this is his chair. He will sometimes just kind of come out here and sit in quiet contemplation, and this is his chair that he sits in. Look at him. This is what he does sometimes. So cute. Get some eggs for breakfast. So I like eggs for breakfast in the morning. I'm going to make the kids some pancakes since it's the weekend. So I just took a quick shower and I'm gonna start getting ready over here. I also thought I would share our master shower real quick. I don't really ever share what's in our shower, but I thought I would show some products real quick that I'm using right now. This is my husband's side and this is my side. We do have a dual shower, which is really nice. It makes it handy to get ready. The fan turns on when I turn the light on, so it's kind of loud. But I wanted to share this fruit smoothie. I've really been liking this lately. This is from Nectar Bath Treats. And I have a code down below, MomStyle20, that you can use for 20% off of Nectar Bath Treats. But these are all of the different bath items that I use in the bathtub. And they make super cute bath bombs and stuff, so they make great gifts. I've also been using Carol's Daughter, this black vanilla scent shampoo and conditioner. I love that. I also have a Love Planet coconut body wash that's about out. And I'm still using the sponge gel. So that's what's in my shower right now. I'm going to turn off the fan so it's not so loud. But I'm going to take you over here and show some of the items that I just shared in a recent haul. And I especially wanted to try this one today. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I love the packaging of this. I just think it's super cute. And I wanted to share what this looks like on. So this is the Jewel Pot and Pillow Talk. And I really love the packaging of her items. You can see it looks like a jewel. Isn't it pretty? And I haven't tried this on yet, so I want to try this today and see what this looks like on. This is just like a really finely milled eyeshadow, and it goes on kind of like a cream. So I'm going to be interested to test this out, and I hope it works with my eyelids because they're a little bit sensitive. And some of the other fun goodies that I got recently, I'll try these on today too, is this lip glow from Dior. This is in the 08 Ultra Pink. I really like that one, and this lash blowout, I'll be using that today. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my makeup on and kind of show you some of these products I just got to try out. I'm using up my last little bit of this Bye Bye foundation in Fair Light. It is almost gone, but I got some replenishment for this, and I really like this because it's very light while still giving some good coverage, and it works really well in the summer. And it doesn't come off on everything, because that's the one problem I have with the CC Plus cream, is that I would touch my face and then I would touch something and my makeup would come off on it. So you can see it's just kind of a nice light covering, and I'm going to have to open my new one this morning that I showed in the haul as I was about out. So I'm just going to get a little bit more, not too much. I can get it to come out. There we go. So this is a really nice light foundation that I wear in the warmer months, and when it's really humid, it feels really light on my face. And I'm just using an IT Cosmetics brush with this. So I'm going to put on a little bit of the lip glow, and obviously I'm just letting my hair air dry since I don't have to be anywhere this morning. So I'm going to put on this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk for the first time. And there you can kind of see how shimmery and kind of finely milled it is. So I'm going to be interested to see what this looks like on. It looked like a really pretty color on the website. So here you can kind of see the eye that has it on versus the eye that doesn't. I'm just going to keep building it up. It seems like it's really buildable. And it's really, really sheer with just a little bit of shimmer to it, but not like a chunky glitter. I actually really like that. It's like a really natural, kind of deepened pink eye. It's really easy to apply as well. So this is the eye that has a couple of applications to it. And I'm going to go ahead and try to even it out on this side. And then I'll go ahead and put some Urban Decay shadow on my crease. Now I really try to avoid using my hands to put things around my eyes just because my eyes are so sensitive. But I wanted to put it on that way today because I felt like it was going to work with the consistency the best. But I will try it a couple different ways because I do try to not use my hands around my eyes, because they just get really finicky sometimes. But that is what it looks like on. It's really subtle and it looks really natural actually, which is exciting because I can wear this as like a daily wear item. Okay, and that's going to be about it for today. I'm going to let my hair air dry. And I'm just going to finish off. I already put my setting spray on, but I like putting a little bit of this Caudalie Beauty Elixir on. I just like putting a little bit of this across my neck and chest area. And that's going to be it for today. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting all of this stuff away and started working on some things around the house. And then I wanted to kind of sit and chat about prepping for the trip. So we always show a lot of our packing and a bit of our planning, but I wanted to try to start talking in a few videos about what really goes into the process about 30 to 60 days before the trip. And there's a lot of kind of behind the scenes things, a lot of ordering that has to go on before the trip. A lot of it is researching, figuring out what additional things we want to do beyond the Disney reservations. Of course, making all the Disney dining reservations and all of that right now at 60 days, making sure that's done. But then there's a lot of things that I do that I don't really mention, so I thought it'd be fun today to kind of share some of that in the video, something to symbolize. So like Stony Clover Lane, I've been looking at that. It's really super cute, pouches and things like that. And I found out that they had a location in Florida where you could go make these at the Four Seasons. So like I'm looking at our schedule and I'm trying to figure out if we have time to go over to the Four Seasons. I think maybe on our last day. I'm going to see if I can try to find quick pictures of this item. So I've seen these a lot on Instagram, and I'm actually thinking about even just getting some of the tie-dye, maybe like cute pouches and things like that. They have a Gringam line, but I'm not the super biggest fan of those, but they have all kinds of different travel pouches and things like that. So I'm in the middle of figuring out if I want to order anything like that, like this tie-dye heart one. I think is really cute. So there's a lot of kind of like pre-research that goes in the trip, and so I'm working on some of that right now. So I thought I'd share that in some of the vlogs, and also some of the items that I've ordered off of Amazon. I just ordered a new swimsuit for myself. I just ordered a couple new pairs of shoes, and these are just things that I typically have to do before every trip because you know you don't want to wear like shoes that aren't going to give you support when you're walking so many miles. But then also this time I'm trying to update some of my cameras. So it's just a lot of research going on right now, and then making sure I'm ordering everything in time for it to get here. So I'll share some of those hauls and everything, but let me know what you're most interested in seeing, and I'll kind of share some of that trip preparations that happens in like the 30 to 60 day mark. That's maybe not necessarily items directly related to Disney, like our reservations and things like that I've talked about, but items that I have to get to prepare for our trip nonetheless. So I'm just working on getting some things done around the house, and I'm probably gonna start doing some laundry here in a little bit. I'm gonna take some things out to the trash can, and when I'm out there, I thought I would show their little raised garden that they're working on, because I mentioned it in one of the previous videos, but then it ended up being really rainy that day, so I wasn't able to make it around that outside of the house because it was so just wet in the yard. So I'll run out there real quick and I can show you what that looks like. It is a beautiful day now. I think the dog's out here enjoying the day. I can hear him jingling. It is nice and sunny, and it's not gotten too hot yet. Oh, there you are. I thought I heard you jingling. He likes to just come and sit and chill out here. So on this far side of the yard, they have some different things that they planted, and they're just testing out different planting things. This area gets a bit of sun, as well as got radishes and tomatoes and some lavender. So that was one of the projects that they were working on. And I opted for succulents on that shopping trip because I figured it was probably the better way to go for me. I did not have a green thumb. So here is your little bit of midday mountain view. There is a really pretty view out here. We really like it. Lots of birds everywhere. So I just called and booked my first hair appointment since all of this COVID stuff started. So I am gonna get probably a pretty big haircut. I think I have on my mind at this point. I wanna get a pretty decent amount cut off. It's been nice like having the longer hair, but it definitely takes longer to do it, and it takes longer to dry it. And once we get back into like regular life, which I still think we're gonna be working at home part of the time and working in the office part of the time, which is nice to have that flexibility. But especially once I have to start going into the office more often, it just takes so long to dry my hair. So like I let my hair air dry so I didn't have to blow dry it. And it's probably been air drying for like 2.5 or 3 hours. And so now it's finally all dry and I can go heat style it. But you know, when it's really long, it takes a really long time to dry, and it takes a lot of heat to dry it as well. So anyhow, long story short, I couldn't get in with her until like a couple weeks from now, so it'll be a couple weeks. But right now, if I went in how I'm feeling right now, I think I'm gonna get it cut off short. And so if you watched my vlogs, I'm gonna put the camera up a little bit so I can set it down. All right, there we go. I'm gonna set the camera down so I can talk and mess with my hair at the same time. So if you watch my vlogs like a few years ago, like that hairstyle that I had then is kind of what I consider like my hairstyle. Like that's just kind of what I always go back to. I'm probably gonna get like a longer version of it because you have to go every 6 weeks to kind of keep the shorter bob up. So I'm probably gonna go to like a longer one, maybe like just underneath, like kind of like down here. So I'm actually, you know, not gonna get as much taken off if I go all the way up. Like that's literally like how much my hair's grown out in this past year. And I have not gotten a haircut since COVID started. So I am due, and this is just my natural hair color and everything. I haven't colored my hair since COVID started either. I may start coloring it in the salon. I haven't decided because I know it's a lot of upkeep, because once you start, then you have to start going back. So I wanna make sure I'm like comfortable going back in, but I know my hair like looks a lot better when I'm getting the color done in the salon and all of that, but it's just obviously you have to book regular appointments and all of that. And this past year, for obvious reasons, I have not wanted to deal with all that upkeep. But anyhow, that's the plan. I just called and got the appointment, so it's a couple weeks away. So I've got a little while to change my mind if I want. But that's what I think I'm gonna do. So if you watch my videos back in like, I wanna say like 2017, and then I think I let it grow out again, and then I got it cut again like around 2019. Like my hairstyle in like either 2017 or 2019, I'm probably gonna go back to something similar to that. Maybe not quite as short, because like I said, when you have it that short, you have to go every 6 weeks to kind of keep getting it shaped up. But that is the plan. And also it's kind of nice to not have all this hair on your neck for summer and for Disney coming up. It'll be easier for me just to pop some mouse ears on. I usually just do like a braid down the side to kind of keep my hair out of my face, and pop some mini ears on and then be out the door. And it's so much faster to do my hair when I don't have all of this hair, because I have really thick hair, so it doesn't look quite as much because it started to thin out on the top since I've had kids, but there's a lot of it. There is definitely a lot of it. So it takes a while to dry it and style all of it and just the whole 9 yards. So anyhow, I got that done, and I've been working on ordering different things. I got these super cute pens. Let me see if I can get it to focus, because I've noticed lately it's been wanting to focus on my face. I got these super cute pens I'm gonna put on my park bag from an Etsy store. I need to just do like a full Etsy haul as I start getting all these things in. But that's one of the things that I have to do when we're getting ready for a trip, is make sure I have all the camera supplies I need, all the camera bags I need. I'm actually looking to get a new camera bag for this trip because I'm buying a bigger camera and a gimbal, which if you don't know what that is, it just makes you be able to get landscape shots easier. And I really love landscape shots. I have always liked like architecture and landscape, so I want to do more with that, and I want to do more with that when we're at Disney. And it also will allow me to do some fun videos. Like I've done a couple review videos recently, and I loved putting those videos together. So if you haven't seen that, it's not live at the time I'm filming this video, but it will be live obviously by the time you're watching this. The one that I really enjoyed putting together was best rides at every Walt Disney World theme park. And what I did is I went back through all of our footage. So if you think about how many times we've gone, and I just clipped different pieces together as I was talking about what some of our favorite rides were. But then in the end, I had this really fun video that showed the girls from like when they were little teeny tiny to like more recently as they've gotten older. So it was really fun while I was putting it together, because I was like, oh, teeny tiny Bella, teeny tiny Natalie, and it was just a lot of fun to be able to look back on all that. So I really enjoyed putting together that style video. I want to do some more of those going forwards, and I want to do those maybe not instead of, but maybe in addition to like sit down videos. We always do the reviews afterwards. I want to do more like that style where I can show the different clips and everything. And so I've used a gimbal at the different places I've worked, you know, most recently, and it really does help like kind of get sweeping shots of the landscape. And I love landscape photography and videography. It's just one of my favorite parts. Since I was younger, I literally would take pictures of the places we would visit, and just kind of, I have like a whole box full of pictures of places. So I've always enjoyed that. So I thought, well, that would be like a really neat kind of thing for me. Anyhow, long story short, I'm looking at camera bags now because the camera bag that I'm using is not technically for cameras. It's actually just a cosmetic bag that I would put individual camera pieces down inside. So I need to get something to carry these bigger camera components. So I've been looking at all of that stuff, but I'm excited because it should hopefully be a really good trip where we can get some really fun footage and make some new types of videos and more review videos and things like that that we haven't done as much of in the past. So if you have any video requests, definitely let me know. But I have a whole list of videos that I'm planning on doing after we get back from this trip. In addition to all of our regular day in the life videos and experience videos that everyone always likes, I usually always do an experience video showing the room that we're staying in. So I'll do a room tour at Beach Club. I probably will also just do a Beach Club review video, just standalone video for Beach Club. I usually always review the main restaurants that we go to, so all of our dining reservations, I'll do videos for those. And then I typically always do a video for souvenirs, what we bought, what's new, and all that sort of thing. So that's what I have on my list right now, but let me know if you have any other requests because I'm always happy to add those. So I'm like trying to figure out what to do with the rest of my day because I planned on being at work volunteering all day long today. And I had all of a sudden my day free. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I don't have any YouTube stuff I need to check in on, and I guess I could get started with laundry. And I just realized I didn't mention one really big reason why we're able to start taking on all of this additional travel, and I am talking about going back into the hair salon for the first time in a year, over a year, is because I got my second COVID vaccine yesterday. Hooray! So I realize it's, you know, still statistical odds and all of that, but I feel a lot better knowing that I'm on my second set and that's done. And Dan has already gotten his. He's a veteran, so he got his through the Veterans Association a long time before I got mine, actually. And yeah, so I just got my second dose yesterday. I drove up and got it, and so far so good, knock on wood. So this is me a day after getting the second Pfizer vaccine. I guess I probably could have like led the video with that. That's probably important information. It just didn't even occur to me. I just feel very relieved, because like I know it's done now. Like I got my first set or my first shot, and then I, you know, went in yesterday, got my second shot. Still waiting like 2 weeks after this one to kind of like fully start to dive into life. And like I've said in other videos, we're still gonna happily wear a mask and all of that because our kids are not vaccinated. And recently we actually just all got sinus things like about a week or so ago. So the mask helped with all that kind of stuff too. So still gonna happily wear a mask to Disney whenever we finally get comfortable with flying. We'll wear one in the airport. I have a wedding to go to this summer. I'm still trying to decide how soon I am comfortable flying, but I'm gonna be fully vaccinated. I mean, technically I am right now, but I guess the 2 weeks to get it, you know, fully functional, whatever the right medical words there would be. But to kind of celebrate for Mother's Day, we're actually renting a cabin in Gatlinburg, and our parents, my mom and my stepdad and my husband's mom, they're all fully vaccinated and have been for quite some time, obviously because they're older. And so all the adults will be fully vaccinated at that point. So we decided that we were all tired of kind of being cooped up. So we rented a cabin in Gatlinburg. We're taking all the moms there as a belated Mother's Day kind of getaway. It'll be 2 weeks after my shot at that point. So I will be fully vaccinated. And yeah, we're just gonna do a fun time. So I will do some videos on our Gatlinburg experience, just do like a little cabin tour and kind of share what we do in Gatlinburg. We're just planning on having a really casual time, but I'm excited because that's gonna be like kind of our first out of the house thing that we're doing. And then we're also talking about going different places like Great Wolf Lodge, and we've talked about renting a camper and going up to some national parks. I don't know if we're gonna do that this year, but we've also talked about, because my husband wants to go out to Colorado and Moab, this is what we're looking at for next year, I think. I'm looking at booking a Disney cruise. If you haven't watched my Facebook and saw the announcement about the Disney Wish, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I should probably do a whole video about it in case you haven't heard about it, because it's very exciting. It's their newest ship to the fleet. And so my goal is, we're Castaway Club members. When our day comes up to reserve, I'm planning on booking us a vacation on the Disney Wish in 2022 is when it starts sailing. So what we're thinking about doing is, this year we have planned Gatlinburg, probably Great Wolf Lodge, we're going to Disney, and we're thinking about renting an RV and kind of doing more local-ish state parks. And then next year, planning on trying to get a placeholder for Disney Wish, probably doing another like longer type vacation, which I don't know what that'll be yet. And then also we talked about flying somewhere, either somewhere like the Utah National Parks or Colorado Springs, and renting an RV and doing one of those areas with an RV. So that obviously would involve flying. So we're not planning on doing that in 2021, but we're looking at doing that for 2022. So it's just exciting to start to be able to think about these possibilities and actually be able to plan some of them. And like the Gatlinburg trip, we were like, we figured out when everyone was going to be fully vaccinated, and we're like, let's do it. I literally booked that cabin for, I think, like 2 days after I'll be fully vaccinated, you know, the 2 weeks after I've gotten the second shot. So we are ready to go. So we'll just bring you along in some vlogs along the way, some traveling, prep, planning, all that good stuff. But very excited to be able to plan getting out of our house just a little bit. And, you know, of course, going with all the advice and protocols and all of that because the kids won't be vaccinated yet. They're too young to even get like the 12 and up vaccine because they're both under 12. So for the time being, we're not planning on them being vaccinated, but we're completely fine with social distancing, as I've also mentioned in some of my Disney recap videos. Disney can keep social distancing as long as they want, because I absolutely loved that part of our last trip. It was fabulous. Being 6 feet apart from people and not having people all up in your personal space was a wonderful way to do Disney. So I would be completely fine if they keep that aspect. So Natalie just went and got the mail, and it has some fun Disney purchases in there. So I thought I would share this because this kind of ties in with the whole packing and planning and all of the things that you have to do ahead of time if you're wanting to kind of plan the matching outfits and all of those things. So I'll kind of share what I got. So first of all, I got a couple of wallets from Box Lunch, and I don't let my kids borrow my really expensive items, but they are starting to get old enough where they can borrow like my Loungefly bags and also any Loungefly wallets that I have. So I told Natalie on this upcoming trip I'm going to let her borrow the Loungefly mini sequin wallet that I have, and also one of my little mini backpacks. And so Isabella was needing a wallet as well, so we picked out the Stitch one, and this is going to be the one that she's going to use. And so it's got this cute flap here. It's got Stitch all over it. It's really super cute. So I ordered this. I had some Box Lunch money, which if you don't know what that is, it's like the whole Hot Topic company. They give you like money off during a certain period. So I thought this would be a great little starter wallet for Isabella, and she can keep her own little gift cards and all of that in there. And then since I had some Box Lunch cash or whatever they call it from that specific store, all of that chain of stores, they own like Hot Topic, Torrid, Box Lunch. They all kind of do the same thing where they have like Hot Cash or Lunch Money, I think it's called. Anyhow, I had some, so I wanted to get another wallet option for me. And this one is really cute because it's got Pascal on it, and it opens up to a card area here. There is a larger money area here. You can see the tangled 10 years pattern on the inside, 10-year anniversary. I love the little flower right here where the ID part is, and it's got a coin area for change. I like having a coin area for change, so that way if I just need to have some coins available, I can toss them down in there. And it says, chameleons make the best friends. I love this. It's so cute. So this is just another wallet option to put in our Loungefly collection, but I am starting to let the kids use these as well. And this is typically kind of what we use, either these or I use card cases with like a little pouch in the Disney parks inside my park bag. And then from Etsy, I had ordered these for my Apple Watch. And so this was a new kind of accessory for me. So I won't normally always get these mini, this mini before a trip. But I wanted to share some of the Apple Watch bands that I got. And you can get them fairly inexpensively from Etsy. So I got a number of different varieties, and as you can see, I got different colors because they're really easy to switch out, so I can get them to match whatever my outfit is for the day. And I just got them in some of my favorite characters and favorite colors. So I got this one. It says Ohana means family, and it's got Stitch up there, and it says stay weird. It's kind of got some glare on there. Let me take these out of the package. There you go. You can see it a little bit better. So it has Stitch on there, and these are just kind of pressed into these watch bands. So this is just a fun way to match your outfit and do a little bit of Disney bounding if you have a certain character that you're bounding. So this one is Stitch. And then the next one over is Moana, and it's kind of like a light mint color. And it's got different characters from Moana on there. And it says the sea is calling. I love that one. I would use that one on a cruise too. And then this one just has a castle and snacks print, and it's kind of just in a blush pink, which is the same color my watch is, and it's got the snacks on there. So I got those three from one seller on Etsy, and I'll try to link these down below. And then this came from a different seller on Etsy. I was wanting a Rapunzel one. Rapunzel's one of my favorites, and as you saw on the wallet, it's the 10-year anniversary. So this one says best day ever. They all kind of follow the same format where they have like a saying and then some characters down the bracelet and then the character on one side. So I got that from a different seller on Etsy, and then I got from yet a third seller, I got this snacks bracelet in kind of a lavender blue color. So I think it's a similar print to this one, but these are actually two different sellers, so they're slightly different. Anyhow, this was just because I had just gotten my Apple Watch and I wanted to change out my bands to match my different shirts for the days and different characters. So I'm going to bring all of these with me, and this will be a fun kind of different thing to change out on the trip. We just went for a little Jeep ride and took some things back to Lowe's, and I'm going to get ready to make dinner here shortly. I think we're going to do shrimp for dinner. I'm printing off when I do voiceovers for like some of these Disney videos, and this is like the process that I do at work too. I like write out a little script so I know what I want to say. And apparently my printer just ran out of paper. I'll write out like a little script so I know what I'm gonna say, and it actually makes it a really easy way to do videos, because that way you kind of know exactly how long the video is gonna be, which is nice. But then it's also makes it really easy to film, because I have to pull in all the clips, but I don't have to be like all makeuped up, or you know, I can have my hair up, or you know, whatever. I don't have to worry about getting myself all gussied up. So whenever I feel like I'm ready to record a voiceover, I just go hit record and get it done. So I actually really like doing these types of videos. I really have my fingers crossed that you guys enjoy these too. I'm still planning on, of course, doing like the vlogs and mixing up the other stuff, but I've wanted to do this type of video for a really long time. And this is a type of video that I do in other settings, so I thought it would be fun. Oh, penguins had a long day. So for dinner tonight, we are gonna do shrimp with pasta. I'm just gonna take the tails off of these shrimp and cook them up with some butter and garlic, and that will be dinner tonight. I've got all this stuff going on the stove. I'm making some noodles over here, and then I've got some garlic shrimp that I've already cooked up. I just kind of pushed to the back while I'm waiting for the noodles to get done, and I'll put some butter over everything and melt it all together, and this will be dinner for tonight. Good morning. These guys are playing chess. Who's winning?
Me. Yeah, I have like, sheesh. I have like, you have 5 pieces, and I have 9 pieces, while she has 5. I'm about to get double her pieces if I capture any more.
Well, keep going. You never know what could happen. So good morning. I just made some sweet potato fries and had to go pull them out of the oven, and I am finishing doing my hair, so it's kind of probably super curly still, but I still have a couple more spots to hit with my beach waver. I've been liking this while I have the longer hair, and I probably will be able to use it with the shorter hair after I get my haircut that I talked about yesterday. In yesterday's video, we're just gonna kind of finish up the weekend in the life. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I feel like it's probably gonna be really long, so sorry in advance if it's a really long video. But we'll take you along for our Sunday today. I'm just finishing up my hair. I've got a couple stray pieces that I've got to get here, and then I will be ready. We don't have a ton to do on the schedule today other than just regular around the house stuff. I've cleaned the kids' bathroom and I'm working on laundry, so we'll just take you around the house today for our casual Sunday. So you guys can finish getting ready with me, and I will curl these last couple of pieces that are underneath here. It sounds like it's getting wild and crazy in there. So anyhow, last night, because I talked a little bit yesterday about all the things that I have to order and get ready for our Disney trips, last night I ordered 2 new cameras to take with me. I ordered a new camera bag that I'm going to use for traveling. I'll share this in all of our packing and planning videos. I'm going to get a new gimbal to take to the theme parks, and I'm really excited because these are things that I have needed to get for a while. I really probably should have got, not before October trip, because that trip was kind of like a casual, like last minute type of deal. But really, when we went last February, I, was needing to kind of upgrade my equipment, but I just, I have to like mentally get there, like to be ready to like upgrade my equipment, and I just didn't get there before that trip. So I think that's one thing that COVID has helped with, is like it's reminded me to seize the moment, because there may not be a next time. I've really taken that for granted, that I'm like, oh, well, I'll just do that next time. And like when we were on the Disney cruise ship, I was like, oh, well, I'll just get that on our next cruise, because at that point I thought it was going to be October 2020, and obviously that cruise did not happen. So I think that if there's anything that we've gotten out of COVID, it's that don't take opportunities for granted, and don't take for granted that there is going to be a next time, because you never know. And obviously for a lot of us around the world, I think we're all kind of in a similar boat. So I'm going to be interested. I was reading an article this morning about like saying like get ready for like the roaring 20s or whatever, because that's what really drove the roaring 20s movement in the 1920s. Was after a pandemic and the war being over, everyone was just ready to like get out and have fun and celebrate. And so I'm honestly here for it. I'm ready to get out of the house, to do some celebration, and to do some traveling too. So it's going to be interesting to see like how quickly that takes effect as people get vaccinated and just feel more comfortable being out and about. So anyhow, that's been our morning so far. I'm going to try to get these last couple little pieces curled here. If you have not seen one of my other videos, this is not a sponsored item. I bought this after seeing it on a Facebook ad, and I love it. It is so easy to curl your hair. You can just spin it. It goes either direction, and it makes it so easy. I'm really glad. I would have had to cut my hair before now if I would not have got this, because my hair looks a little straggly since it's been so long since I've gotten a haircut, and I'm way overdue. My hair looks a little straggly when it's down, and so this has really helped. Like, it looks like it has a lot more life than it actually does when you put these curls in there, and it gives it some bounce and some body. And yeah, so I do think I will keep curling my hair even after I cut it short. It will probably it'll obviously be a little bit shorter. All right, so I'm gonna go grab some sweet potato fries that hopefully have cooled off in the kitchen, and then we'll see if the laundry is done after that. So we made those up so they wouldn't go to waste. I was just trying to get the freezer kind of cleared out a little bit. And I haven't quite changed this over to what it's gonna be. I took off all of the Easter stuff, which was the last holiday. I just kind of put some more neutral stuff here. I think I'm kind of, I don't know if I should say this on a video or not, but I think I'm starting to get out of all of this stuff, because I've kind of been in the mood where I just want to take everything off of the countertops and not have anything on them. So we'll see if that sticks, but for right now, this is how I have this display right here. And yeah, I've kind of just been in the mood to get rid of a lot of stuff. So it should be interesting to see what happens with all of the Ray Dunn stuff. But I had a good run, so there was that. And if you haven't seen the video, this was back when we lived in Michigan, where Dan went around the house and labeled everything with the different, words. It's really, really funny. I'll have to find that and link that below, because my audience changes probably about every 6 months or so. So some of you probably have not seen that video, so I will link it down below. So we decided after we ate lunch that we are going to head out and go to the Huntsville Botanical Gardens. And we have had a membership in past years, so we're gonna go ahead and re-up our membership. We just haven't had it, obviously, the past year, COVID and all that. But it is one of the places that we like to support, so we're gonna head over there. We're going to renew our membership because it's lapsed, and we're just gonna enjoy the gardens for a little bit. They have a really nice gift shop here. So we are gonna go over to the kids area. There's a butterfly house too. It sounds like they're having a party there today. We like coming here in the summer to do the kids area because they have different water features. You can do some decent bird watching here too. He's got something in his mouth.
It's got like a crumb.
I like these purple ones.
What's over there? There's not many people who are used.
Then in the summer they have all kinds of water things turned on.
Come on. Izzy, let's figure out what's over there.
There's one little water thing going. In the summer this whole thing is full of water though. And then there's like different water things, like the water comes down from that rocket. Of course, these two are in the water. And then there's usually like a canopy over this thing back over here. Oh, there's another one that has water over here, guys. I like these big chairs over here underneath the tree. They're really comfortable. You can sit and chill and watch the kids. Natalie, this one has water too. Do you want to see your picture in the giant chair?
And she got in through the mama bear gate.
Yes. This is cute. It's like a little storybook gate. Is this a storybook garden? I like that it has the keys hanging there. That's cute.
Come on. Look.
Oh, this is cute. It's got like a little gazebo over here. I don't know if I've ever been over here.
Mommy.
Are you laying in the clover? Bee.
You ruined it. Mr. B, wherever you are.
There's definitely bees flying around in there.
Apparently the bees.
This is a cute little area. I don't think I've ever come over here.
Yeah.
So they had fun playing in the water, and now we're in the butterfly house. We're gonna go look at the butterflies. It's straight ahead. I see it. There it is.
Butterfly.
Yeah, I see. So that is it for our weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along, and make sure to check out all of our videos that are before and after this, because I have a number of Disney review videos that I've been working on and kind of been thinking of the ideas for them for quite some time. So check those out if you like Disney, and we'll be back with probably a week in the life. I think we might do a week in the life this week because it's my birthday week. So back for a week in the life later on this week. And that's it for tonight. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.